We work so you can play.
Hey guys, this is the first Miniwargaming UK real battle report between Daz, who's walking off, is Chaos, and PJ's Tyranids. PJ, you said you rolled for scenario, what is it?
We've got the two objectives, which we've got the little hive node down here, and the Chaos Lord statue, which is based up there, which is the Chaos, the Chaos objective. I'm just doing a little bit of deployment, thinking about what I'm going to do, and we'll see how that goes.
Alright, so just finished deploying all the models. I've got Tyranids down my right hand side, and we've got Chaos down the left hand side of the board. Let's start with you.
Right, I'm tactically moving Abaddon behind the two tanks for a cover save, hopefully. I'm hoping that the Predator and the Havoc launcher on the Rhino will do something. These Marines are just going to go and sit in the ruins for cover saves perhaps and mow down some Tyranids. Got some Possessed that got Scout, so they get the actual unit at start, so they've moved forward to try and take out that unit. And the Beastie Demon Prince there with his blue tapped wings trying to move up and take some stuff out, and some
Very busy week.
and a Defiler that's going to take out them gargoyles over there.
Talk through your Tyranids.
Right, so we've got some. I've separated my forces a little bit because I've quite a lot in reserve. If you look at the table, if you can see over in the table there, we've got the Trigon and a lot of things in reserve. I've got my Tyranid Prime with his warrior with some Mormagaunts here that are going to get forward and get into some chaos faces. We've got a nice set of gargoyles here with toxin sacs and adrenal glands for that extra boost, that extra bit of punch. We're going to see what they do. We've got a tactic in mind for them, but I'm not going to give too much away at this moment in time. And then at the top end of the board there, we've got a unit of Mormagaunts, some Hive Guard, and my Swarm Lord here. Just going to go for Abaddon, just for fun. I just want to see what this guy does. It's the first time I fielded my Swarm Lord, so we'll wait and see. But we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Okay, man.
So we're at the bottom of turn one. Not a great deal of shooting from the Tyranids. The Hive Guards shot at the Predator, because obviously that's my biggest threat over there, and along with Abaddon and the Terminators. They didn't do nothing, they didn't even scratch the surface. A lot of movement and running and fleeting from myself. Gargoyles ran, everything else ran down the bottom of that board, everything ran here. Swarm Lord moved forward and unfortunately got shot to living hell from the Reaper port. Basically everything that's on that side of the board is shot, and we've got one Hive Guard down, one down to one wound, but the Swarm Lord is still there and he's going to get in their faces next turn. I think we're about to go into a mass combat over here with the Gargoyles and the Helmagaunts and my Warriors and the Tyranid Prime down there. But other than that, very slow. We're about to roll for reserves and see what I can get onto the table and be pretty devastating. So we'll wait and see.
Cool, man. Daz, what have you done?
Shot a lot. Tried to thin the units off that side a bit with the old Defiler, and then pretty much shot everything I had to try and just get this Swarm Lord down a little bit before he gets to Abaddon. Hopefully it'll be a nice battle, but we'll see.
Cool, man. Alright, awesome. So what are you doing now? Rolling to see your reserves, yeah?
I'm going to roll to see my reserves. I've got Squad of Gene Stealers, Doom and Valentine, 3 Zone Thropes, Trigon. They've all got to come in to bolster my reserves and give me some proper tank busting with the Zone Thropes and the Trigon.
Awesome,
so
man.
We'll wait and see. I was lucky enough to bring on Doom and Valentine, which came on in his Spore, dropped right here in between the two Rhinos, the Predator and Mr. Abaddon over here. And I was lucky enough to bring on my Trigon, which unfortunately scattered a little bit further than I wanted him to, but that's easily solved next turn. And then that's what I've brought on so far. I'm hoping, well, I'm pretty much guaranteed on a 2+ to bring in my Steelers and my Zone Thropes next turn, but we'll see how that goes. But
Awesome. So how did you move during the turn?
Carried on moving the Swarm Lord up. I was hoping that the Hive Guard were going to bust open a Predator over here, so Doom would be regenerating some more wounds. There's a massive assault down here with Hormagaunts and Gargoyles on Possessed. The Demon Prince just got involved in that. Unfortunately, well, fortunate for me, the Gargoyles are now released and moving up. He's locked in combat with Hormagaunts after they took out the Possessed. Other than that, Doom's been taken out by some lovely bit of shooting from Darren and his lovely las cannons on his Defiler. I know, on his Predator, sorry. They doubled him out and he's gone, but not before putting a wound on a Baden, which is always helpful. Other than that, the two objectives are still open. Darren's winning at the moment 1-0 with the objectives. I've left mine wide open, but we'll soon solve that quite easily, I think.
Awesome. Alright, Daz, what did you do?
Not a lot of moving really. Moved my tanks around a bit to open up on Doom when he came in, really. That was about that. Popped a few shots, cleared out a squad of Hormagaunts that were coming my way, which left it nice and open now for
those guys down there.
Yeah. Cleared up the mess here, lost a squad of Possessed, but not too big a loss really. They were more shrapnel from my Demon Prince. And we had some more shooting from the Defiler, which took only one wound really, which was from the Trigon. But other than that, pretty quiet.
Alright, here we are. I think that's the end of turn 3. Awesome. Who's going to start? Well, let me start with Daz this time. What happened for you in turn 3?
Quite an impressive turn for me for once actually. Got cleared out of the combat with the Gargoyles there with my Marines, keep that objective. Managed to get some more fire down on the Swarm Lord before he eventually reached me and took out his Hive Guard that were protecting him, so that's not too bad either. Survived a bit of beating from the zone groups and then a Badum clean house on the Swarm Lord there. Still left with a wound as well. So not too bad overall really.
The Trigon's done some nice damage on the pie plate shoveling Defiler. That's gone, that's out of the way. A lonely Hormagaunt over there in the middle of the table with some warriors and a Tyranid Prime. It's taken out a nice Demon Prince, which is quite helpful. Some Zone Throats came on, killed a couple of Marines. Abaddon, as you've already heard, has cleaned house on the Swarm Lord. Swarm Lord took him down to 1 wound, which is neither here nor there. So we'll see how the next turn goes. I've got a few ideas. Let's just hope and wait and see. It's still quite a very open game, and we'll go from there. Right, so end of turn 4, Abaddon and his nasty squad of Terminators has taken out a whole brood of Gene Stealers down here. But Abaddon sacrificed it, so he's dead. Other than that, there's not a lot. The Rhino there got blown up. I'm trying to think what else happened, Daz.
Not a lot really. Finished off my squad of Marines with your Trigon. And I finished off your last Hormagaunts. And that's about it really. It's been quite a quiet turn to be honest.
So we're going to head into turn 5. How are we standing on in terms of who's winning at the minute?
Nobody's got
winning at the minute.
Many objectives at the moment, but I've got a few ideas and plans for what that will suffice. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with it. Hope for the best.
Alright, that's the end of turn 5. We have a winner. Daz, was it you?
No, the Nids gained victory by claiming my objective, unfortunately, but I wasn't left with a lot. A couple of Terminators, Marines, a blown up Rhino and a Predator, so he pretty much cleaned house today. But it was a good game in general, to be honest, really. Not too bad. Everything made its points back nearly, so.
Did you say it was close towards the end?
Tight, but my game plan worked as well as I thought it would do. The Gargoyles kept the focus off the Warriors, which were intending to get up to his objective. I didn't think that I would get anywhere near it just to contest, but where the Trigon landing was quite lucky for me. I was hoping to keep my own objectives, really, so I'm pretty disappointed I didn't, but I'm glad I won the game in total. It was a good game, hard fought, lots of carnage, it was a bloodbath, to say the least.
Awesome, man, absolutely awesome.
So, good game, Daz. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cool. Look at this. Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
And what are we going to do for next time, Daz?
a lot of painting
Yeah.
and not dying. that might be a good start, I think.
Cool,
Hopefully.
man. That's awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for being part of this battle report. I really appreciate you guys using your models.
For letting us play.
This is Miniwargaming Rory. We're all done.